Alright, so I've had a lot of people tell me they have problems with their crickets dying. So I'm going to show you how I keep them. And if you're keeping them this way, you're not going to have crickets dying. I have, maybe just a small handful that die during shipment, and then after that, hardly any die. I keep crickets all the time. I breed about half and I buy about half. So I'm going to show you today. I'm just going to unbox and show you how I set up some that I buy. I think I got these from a place called like Reptile Deli or something like that in New York. It's the first time I've purchased from, so I don't know anything about these crickets in particular. I also buy from a place called Gon's Ranch. I believe that might be, I'm not sure where it's at, but I've had pretty good luck with those. I prefer the banded crickets over the other ones. And let me just dump these out real quick, and then I'm going to put the food and water in there. We're just going to open these up. Now you can see, there's a lot of crickets in there. Looks like a few got smashed in transit. I'm not too worried about those. There's a lot of crickets in there, so we'll empty these guys out. See them jumping around. When you empty out this box, it's going to generate a lot of dust, so that's why I do this first before I put the food and water in there. They usually come with enough cardboard. These guys, I'll feed these out within 2 weeks, and basically what I'm trying to do is supplement what I breed so that I don't have to have so many containers that I'm depending on breeding them all myself sometimes. Yeah, I see a few died here in transit. Might have gotten squished or something. They're always thirsty when they come in. So one thing I do, make sure you give them water, and you're going to have to change that water regularly. Especially it'll be dry after the first 24 hours usually. Now what you're seeing there that I've got the water in, that's a 8-ounce deli cup cut in half. If these guys were smaller, these are 1/4 inch, these were 1/8 inch, I might even just use a bottle cap. What I do is I put a piece of folded up newspaper on it, and just get that real wet. But what you don't want that moist paper to ever touch your cardboard, because it will basically whip the water onto the cardboard, and you'll have a mass die-off before you know it. That'll kill them very quickly if there's too much moisture in there. The other thing I'm going to put in here is just a little container there of feed, and that's chicken mash. I find that works very well. If you want to use something else, that's fine, but I use non-medicated chicken mash. And there was a study on crickets done a few years ago which showed that if you put the food bowl close to the hiding container, they actually eat more. So if you want them to grow more, to grow healthier, and to be more fully gut-loaded, you're going to put that feed container near where the crickets are hiding. But I don't put the water up against there, because what will happen is the water will touch the cardboard, it'll start wicking off, and then you're going to have a mass die-off. You're going to be on the internet complaining about somebody sent you bad crickets. The other thing is the lid. The lid needs to have a lot of ventilation. All I did here is I just hot glued some screen out there. I use this screen. If you have a lot of flying bug problems, get that taken care of, because they'll get through that screen. But I keep mine inside, so I don't have any flying bug problems. You can also use rivets to put that screen on there. It'll stay a little bit better. I'm really not too worried about it. The crickets couldn't get out even if the screen came off. It's more to keep spiders out than to keep the crickets in. So if you set your crickets up like that,